been a rather hectic week and it's the weekend, so it's the perfect time for self-care, and I'm sharing my skincare routine after receiving requests. So we're going to be up close and personal today. I thought I'd give you guys a little glimpse of what's to come because this is intense. This is like my favorite at-home facial kind of vibe. And of course, I'm an advocate for beauty starting within, so take care of yourself, take your supplements. And as we move into the video, definitely let me know, do you believe you drink enough water? Because water helps with cell turnover, and cell turnover can help with moisture balance. So let me know in the comments below. Now the first step is to pre-cleanse. So I'm using this cleansing oil. It is an oil, so it's thin, and I like to just lather it up and apply it to my face. It looks clear like a normal oil, but then once I introduce a little bit of water, that's when you start to see it become this sort of like white opaque color. Now with my bowl of water, I'm just going to lather up my hands and just work it in, and this will further cleanse and clarify the skin. So if you have any residual makeup, any kind of excess oil, it will work to break it down. So I highly recommend using an oil or a cleansing balm to pre-cleanse as your preliminary step. Now I'm going in with this 100% natural cellulose sponge. Now these are my favorite. I'm a little bougie. They're hard, they're pink, you know. You just want to introduce the sponge to water and drain the excess. And right here, I'm just going to use this to remove that cleansing oil. Again, this is a bit of a textured surface, so it's going to work to remove the product. It's very gentle, even though it is textured. And again, I have very sensitive skin, so I'm always making sure to use products that don't irritate, you know, the skin surface. Now with the Roche-Posay's Purifying Foaming Cleanser, I have been using this for years. If you've been following me, then you know the drill. And I'm going to use about 2 pumps, and I'm going to lather this up. Now they are not lying when they said foaming, so this definitely works up into a foam. But then as you guys will see a little bit later, I'm going to just dump my hands in a bowl of water to intensify that foam and that lather. Because again, I'm working to make sure that I really cleanse the skin. Now listen, we're a family here, so if you have any of your favorite products recommended for sensitive, oily combination skin, acne prone skin, drop them in the comments below. And let me know what's your skin type because I'm interested. Now again, I'm going in with those cellulose sponges. I have one designated for the right side, one designated for the left. This is not completely necessary. Again, if you were working at a sink, you could just, you know, splash your face with water, use a nice, very soft cloth. But again, be wary of cloths as they harbor bacteria sometimes. But look at me, I'm glowing already. I love it. Now, in following the Korean 10-step skincare routine, exfoliating typically is the next step. So I'm going to go in with the Trophy Skin Mini MD. This is a microdermabrasion tool, and I am going to use sort of like this diamond head, I believe it's called. I did a full video on this. I think it's still active on my channel. But this works to exfoliate, this works to buff the skin. It helps with, again, just removing that dead layer of cell that sometimes makes the skin look super dull. And this can give way to more vibrant, more radiant skin. But this does make the skin a little bit more susceptible to damage, which is why it's super important to wear your SPF, your sunscreen. And with this tool, I like to pull the skin taut to make sure I'm getting the best suction possible. You know, say it with me, get that neck. We do not want to forget about the neck. It's super important. I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to be, you know, 29 with a neck that looks 60. And as you guys can see, as you get more close up, I do have hyperpigmentation. I do have a bit of scarring that's natural, but I'm still beautiful, okay? Build that confidence, sis, while you build that skincare system. Now I'm going in to change the head on the Mini MD, and this is where I'm going to do like this little extraction and really clear out these pores. Now this could be a little nasty if it's not for you, but we about to get real close. So again, you have to hold the skin taut, and this works at sucking the skin. So it's going to suck the oil, the sebum out of the pores. It's nasty. It looks yellow. I have oily skin. My T-zone is insanely oily, so you're going to see a lot of gunk coming out of those pores. But I love it because, okay, this is going to give way to a more radiant, more smooth surface for the skin, and I love it. I live, okay? I'm living. And I typically just focus this on my nose or my T-zone, not too much on the outer perimeter of the face. Okay, now just look at that. Okay, nasty. But I love exfoliating. I love the microdermabrasion, and I love extracting the sebum from those pores. And I even like to hit my chin a little bit because I notice a few little whiteheads trying to make an appearance, but you know what I'm saying? Concerts over. Now, it's super important to tone the skin, and I'm using the Pore Perfecting Toner by Dickinson. This is for sensitive skin, so sis, check this out at the local drugstore. Super inexpensive. I apply this to a cotton round, and I do this after the exfoliating or microdermabrasion step just to remove any excess dead skin, because again, that mini MD, it definitely will pick up the skin and you just want to take off the excess. Now, did I mention, since I'm an adult now, you know, I'm all into the gadgets, and a facial steamer is everything that you need. So if you thought that you were doing something, you need to add a facial steamer to your collection. This gives me all the life. If it wasn't for me doing this entire video, I would have definitely lost myself in this process, because it is amazing. It is so soothing, and this is what gives that at-home facial feel. Check the description box for the exact model that I have. And now I'm going in with this Adaptogen Soothe and Hydrate Activated Mist by Youth to the People. This young lady in Sephora sold me, and it's like a mist that hydrates and refreshes the skin. It's so rejuvenating. And I wanted to go back in with that facial steamer because I was loving it so much. I said, let me just hit it one more time. Now, next up, it's all about the face mask. One of my followers recommended Sweet Chef Skincare, and I saw their masks in Target. When I tell you, I put this in the refrigerator so it was nice and cool. And when this touches the surface of your skin, the level of calm, the level of cool and refreshing vibes that you get. This is a vibe called yes. Do you understand? If nothing else, this is super inexpensive. It's less than $4. Treat your skin, treat yourself. It's been a lot on us these past few weeks, months, this entire year, honestly. So do a little something nice for yourself. Now, I actually set this for about 12 minutes, but I went ahead and did the full 15 minutes, and I was obsessed. Now, when removing the mask, you're going to have excess product on the skin. So you want to work to just push that moisture into the skin so that it can be absorbed. It's super hydrating. And I wanted to use my rose quartz roller. And I got all into the skin, making sure not to waste any bit of the product from the mask. The rose quartz roller has been chilled in the refrigerator, so it's super cooling on the skin. And I'm applying like a moderate pressure, again, just trying to make sure that I'm maximizing absorption. Again, I'm not rushing, okay? I took time out of my schedule to make sure that I could tend to my needs, and my skin is something that I want to cater to and to really make sure that I'm pampering it as best as possible. You know, your girl is gonna be 30 soon, so I gotta tighten up, or stay tightened up rather. And yes, I'm using a hyaluronic serum by La Roche-Posay, and this has B5 as well, and you don't have to use as much of it. So I applied it, you know, on the cheeks, the forehead, as well as the chin and neck, and I'm going to work that in. This serum has a very mild scent or fragrance. It's not at all overwhelming, but if you guys have any recommendations for serums that are perfect and geared towards sensitive skin, drop them in the comments. We have to learn from each other and put each other on. Now again, I'm going back in with this roller. Again, it was still cool, so I said, you know what, let's use it, let's work it in. Now I'm getting closer to my 30s, and eye care is super important, more specifically the under eye area. So I'm going in with the Body Shop's Drops of Youth, And I happen to have chilled this product as well. And because of the rollerball applicator, when you are applying this in like a figure 8 motion, once you get the motion together, you can kind of like close your eyes and settle into it. It's super calming, invigorating, and it feels amazing on the skin. The directions advise to take like 2 fingers to press the product in for maximum absorption. So do this when you have the time so you can reap the full benefits. And if I can remind you, sis, you deserve it. And so this next product is like the Saratoga of all mist. This is the Bioderma Hydra Bio Mist. And honey, I basically took a shower with this mist, okay? I love it. But I did that before applying the La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer that has sunscreen. Now, depending on which time of day you do your skincare routine, you can tailor the products. Now, because, you know, this may be an instance where I'm gonna go do errands, I like to just protect my skin because, again, when you do microdermabrasion, you wanna go that extra mile of making sure that you shield your skin from the UV rays. So I went in with the sunscreen moisturizer, and you guys see there's no white cast. To my melanated queens, I see you, I know all about it. So if you have any product recommendations for sunscreen that won't leave that ashy residue, drop them below, because it's a little serious for us. These companies still playing a little bit of games. And now I had a little bit of an allergic reaction on my lips, which you guys probably couldn't tell, but I've been using Aquaphor. This is like an advanced therapy healing ointment, and it does wonders for my lips, especially as we enter into the cooler months. So don't be afraid to treat your lips to a good time. Now we're entering into the time in which I can break my fast. So I wanted you guys to come with me because I've been, you know, getting more into juicing, and I'm just trying to find more ways to be mindful of what I consume and what I put into my body, because sometimes I fall victim to like stress eating. If I'm going to treat myself, I love mixing carrot, apple, ginger, lemon, and ground turmeric, and then I like to top it off with a bit of silk almond and cashew protein milk. It's been my favorite thing. But definitely let me know what you guys think below. Give this video a thumbs up, kiki with me in the comments, share this with your homeboys and your homegirls, and I hope I see you in the next one.